You've no doubt heard the theory of the butterfly effect. And the theory simply goes somewhat along the lines of a tidal wave on the east coast of Japan could cause something hugely significant to happen on the west coast of Africa, or some such theory. But have you ever thought about the butterfly effect as related to your own life? Have you ever thought about the knock-on effect that you are creating daily with the decisions and the things that you are doing in your life? Now, let's look at how we're made up. Life and mind are systemic processes. So what that means is our mind and our body is connected. It's part of a greater system. How we experience our lives is connected. It's part of a greater system. And as with any systems thinking, one part of a system has an impact on the greater parts of the system. So let me explain to you what I'm talking about here. I started coaching a young lady towards the end of last year who initially came to me and said to me she needs to find a job that brings her purpose and meaning. And she was absolutely emphatic about she really wanted to create a career with meaning for herself. And as we started our process, of course, we dive deep into the nuts and bolts of what's actually going on. And first of all, I discovered that she hated her current job. She felt like she was in this toxic situation where she was being undermined, undervalued, disrespected, and she really didn't enjoy this. And she was kind of dragging herself off to work every day. And as we dug further, you know what we discovered? Her relationships were out of kilter. Her health and her exercise had taken a knock. Can you see how this knock-on effect, this butterfly effect, has caused other issues in her life to go out of kilter? So what we did is I said to her, first of all, we cannot change your career right now today, but what we're going to do is we're going to change your attitude to life. Right? So we brought to bear this whole systemic principle and we started creating joy in other areas of her life. And again, what we had done is we had turned that butterfly effect around, and suddenly she was approaching career with a different mindset. And suddenly she said to me one day, she said, you know what? My job is not so bad. I actually had quite a good day today. Ta-da! And that is harnessing the power of the ripple effect. So I have got 3 tips for you to do that you can just start. If you've got an area out of balance in your life, these are the 3 things that you can do that's going to shift your perspective, that's going to bring some joy into your life, and that's probably going to alter some decisions that you were going to make in a really bad place that may not have been the best decisions for you. Right, so here's what I want you to do. Step number 1. Identify the area that is causing you pain. Identify the area that is not working for you right now. Now that might be your career. And it's absolutely acceptable to hire a career coach at this point in time and to help you through that process. But what you're going to find is every career coach is going to give you some sort of semblance of the next 2 steps that I'm going to bring to bear. So I've got a lot of ideas, but this idea I'd like to share with you today. Step number 2. What I'd like you to do is to start or to take a gamified approach to how you handle this area. So what I'd like you to do is I'd like you to think about a character and create a character. Create an alter ego that's going to help you get through this really tough area of your life that is just not working. Now, I don't know if you're familiar, but Beyoncé did this in the early parts of her career. She was really battling with stage fright and anxiety, and she created an alter ego called Sasha Fierce. And Sasha Fierce had no fear of standing up on stage and singing to thousands of people. And she used this alter ego until she didn't need to use that alter ego anymore. So that's step number 2 for you. You're going to create an alter ego that is going to be able to handle the toxic workplace environment, that's going to be able to handle the stress of whatever it is that you're going through. So create this persona. And then step number 3, with everything that you approach in your life, this area that's causing you pain, perhaps your career, step into that alter ego and show up as that alter ego. But with the other areas of your life too. So when it comes to exercise, step into that alter ego and see what happens. Friends, this is the power of harnessing the feelings behind and the identity behind our dreams. We all want to get to some tangible outcomes, but when you harness the identity of the person that you're becoming, this is a game changer, and you're going to find that that butterfly effect is going to spill out into all sorts of other areas and quite literally change your life.